Hi everyone, my name is Lisette and welcome back to my channel. I can't wait to show you today's project because we're going to be creating this beautiful head for your Fofucha doll and we're going to be using yarn for her hair. So for supplies you're going to need the following: 2mm foam sheet peach, scissors, toothpick, super tight school glue, iron, fabric, Fofucha doll's wooden template, the 2-inch polystyrene ball, yarn, eye sticker, chalk pastels, acrylic paint, a permanent marker, black fine point, and a tea light holder. So let's get started. Now here is my 2-inch polystyrene foam ball. My tea light holder, in case you're wondering why I'm using a tea light holder, is to support the ball. Here is the wooden template and the piece of foam sheet. I'm going to iron the foam sheet and I'm going to use the cotton setting. Make sure your iron is nice and warm, and you're going to protect the foam sheet with a piece of fabric. Once it's nice and curled up and warm, you will run it over the ball. You will be using the wooden template. If you don't have the wooden template, you will just stretch the foam sheet over with your hands. And I do want to make a point, this polystyrene foam ball was bought at Joann Fabrics for my United States viewers. It is sized at 1.9 inches, and yes, it works perfectly with the wooden template. Now you're going to glue around the ball and cut off the excess of your foam sheet. The next step will be to just loop around some yarn. You could go around 3 or 4 times, and then you're going to tie it in the center with another piece of yarn. Now you would cut the loops. Now the yarn I'm using is a little thick, so I did a total of 10 little bunches of hair. If your yarn is thinner, you might need a little bit more. Now to glue, just put hot glue onto the foam ball and you will place one by one, straight and down. Now you have 2 gaps on the side of the head, so you will fill those in with the rest of the hair. If you like what you see so far, give it a like. So start fluffing her hair, and you will have to decide which part you're going to leave as the top side of her head. So turn it around, look at it carefully, and just make a quick decision. I decided to leave that part as the top, so I'm going to insert a toothpick in the center bottom. Now let that inner hairstylist in you come out and start to trim her hair. The next step is to add a beautiful bow onto her head. So, cut a strip of fabric of your choice and just wrap it around. Once you're done tying the bow, you could go ahead and tweak and tug and pull the hair around and the bow, adjust it to the way you want it to look, and also let your doll's personality come out. I am done with her hair, so now I'm going to cut out the eye sticker. If you need eye stickers, I do have some available in my Etsy shop. Also, if you don't, you can freehand the eyes for this step. But before you place the eyes, I recommend you put the nose first. You can use a toothpick as your center guide. Put a little dab of hot glue and place the nose in the center. The nose, I created it with a hole puncher and I just cut it out the foam sheet. Now I'm going to place the eye sticker onto the doll, but I will use a little bit of reinforcement. I'm going to use super dyes school glue and put it onto the face. Next, I'll be using the mouth template in order to draw the mouth, but if you don't have this template, don't worry, you can locate this one at a local craft store. This is also as useful and helpful. Now I'm going to show you a quick tip. In case you did a little too much or your permanent marker was a little too thick, you could use acetone to remove as much as you want. Here I decided to remove a little bit towards the top because I want to add some cheeks to her and add some blush. And this will lead me to the next step. Now you will just scrape off some chalk pastel and rub some blush into her cheeks. I prefer using a cotton ball over a paintbrush just because I like the softer effect on it, but whatever makes you feel comfortable, I'm using a cotton ball. And here I'm going to use a Q-tip to rub around her eyes, her nose. I wanted to highlight a little bit more of her features and give her a softer look. So you could rub around the eyes and also the mouth. Now I'm just going to draw a squiggly line and that'll be her eyebrows. This step will be to add cute little freckles, so with a toothpick and white acrylic paint, just paint a few over her cheeks. And now for the final step, I wanted to adjust her hair a little bit more, so I added some glue on the top of her head and just pushed her hair down just so it could stay in place and add more personality to the doll, of course. And she is done. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. If you want to learn how to make shoes for her, I already have a shoe tutorial, so get your shoes ready, get your head ready, and also the arms, because my next video will be the body. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. And don't forget to visit my Etsy shop. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Please give it a like and comment below. Tell me what you think. It's viewers like you that keep me going. Until next time, and God bless.